this distance, who is not okay right now. They are carrying a love for you that they cannot shake, cannot release, and cannot let go of. The cards are opening on something deeply raw, something that has been sitting in silence for a while. This connection has serious weight to it, and this person feels every single ounce of it daily. The distance has not healed them, it has only made what they feel grow stronger over time. Every single day, they wake up with your name somewhere buried deep inside their chest. It is not fading for them. It is not getting easier, and the cards are confirming that clearly. There is a bond between you two, a deep emotional pull that this person simply cannot walk away from. The pain they are carrying is real, and it is tied directly and completely to you. They did not expect that this separation would hit them this hard or reach this deep inside. The cards are showing that their love never actually left. It simply went quiet on the outside. Underneath that quiet surface, there is a storm, and they have been living right inside it. The first thing coming through is the current state of this connection between you two right now. This person is holding on to you, and they are holding on with everything they have left. There is no moving forward for them right now, because their heart is still planted right here. The cards are pulling up a heavy emotional weight sitting on their side of this entire distance. They have tried to convince themselves that the space between you is manageable, that time helps. The truth the cards are showing is that it has not worked, and they feel that deep in their bones. The feelings have only settled deeper. They have only grown more rooted, more honest, more consuming. Your presence is still very much alive in their mind, in their body, and in their spirit completely. There is an ache here that runs through everything they do, every thought, and every quiet moment. The cards are not showing a person who has moved on. They are showing a person still deeply anchored. They keep it together on the outside, but on the inside, they are slowly and quietly unraveling. This connection left a deep imprint on them, one that time alone has simply not been able to erase. Every single reminder of you hits them in a way they cannot prepare for or brace themselves against. The cards are clear on this. What they feel is not surface level. It is rooted and it is permanent. The distance is not dimming what they feel. The distance is actually intensifying it for them daily. This person is in a private kind of pain, one they do not often bring to the surface for others. They are hurting quietly, they are longing deeply, and they are desperate for this distance to end. The cards are pulling something very powerful here, something that speaks to a love that refuses to die. They want you back, they want this distance to close, they want to feel close to you once again. The question is not whether they still love you, that part is crystal clear from every card here. The question is what they are doing with all of this inside, and that is exactly what is coming. The cards here are showing a deep emotional standstill on their side, a kind of frozen heartache. They are not at peace with this. They are not living their normal life. Something feels off inside. The love they have for you has not dimmed. It has not shifted. It has not gone anywhere at all. It is sitting exactly where they left it, right at the center of everything they feel and think. There is a rawness in their energy that only comes from loving deeply and being separated painfully. The cards are picking up a very specific kind of longing here, the kind that lives in the quiet. When no one is watching, when the noise dies down, when the day goes still, they think of you. They replay things in their mind, moments, conversations, feelings, things they wish had gone differently. This person is not over this, and the cards are making that absolutely and completely clear right now. The connection between you two is still very much alive from their side, raw, real, and powerful. The cards want you to understand just how present you still are in the life of this person. There is something unfinished here, something that never truly got the closure it needed in order to rest. That unfinished energy is what is keeping this person so locked in, so unable to fully release you. The cards are bringing all of this forward so that you can see the full picture of where they are. What is coming through is a love that is unshakable and a person who has not given up on you. Let's continue and see what is on your side. The cards are now turning to you, and what is here is equally deep and layered. You are not untouched by this, and the energy around you confirms that very clearly. There is something you have been carrying quietly, something you have not fully admitted to yourself. The distance between you two has affected you more than you let on to the people around you. You might have told yourself that you are okay, that you have moved on, that you are fine now. The cards are showing something different. There is a quiet ache on your side too. One, you know you think about this person more than you probably feel comfortable admitting to anyone out loud. There are moments in your day where something small reminds you, and you feel it immediately. The cards are showing that your feelings never fully resolved either, they just went underground. You pushed them down, you kept moving, but they did not disappear. They simply went quiet for a while. There is a version of you that still wonders, still feels the pull, still holds a piece of this. The connection you shared left something in you that is not easy to name or define cleanly. It is not just memory, it is not just habit, it is something deeper than either of those things. The cards are showing a heart that is guarded right now, a heart that has been protecting itself. You have been careful, you have been cautious, and for real and valid reasons. This connection is deep. The energy on your side is that of a person feeling pulled in more than one direction right now. Part of you wants to stay protected, wants to keep the distance, wants to stay safe where you are. Another part of you, the deeper and more honest part, is not so sure that safe is what you truly want. The cards are showing a tension inside of you between your head and your heart, and it is very real. Your head has reasons, your head has logic, your head has a list of why the distance makes sense. Your heart does not care about that list. Your heart has its own language, and it is speaking now. The feelings you have for this person are not gone. They are layered, complicated, and still very alive. There is something honest sitting underneath all the caution, underneath all the careful thinking. That honest thing, deep underneath the surface, is that this connection still means something to you. The cards are picking up a softness in you toward this person that you have not fully acknowledged. You may have convinced yourself that letting this breathe was the right move, and maybe it was. What the cards are also showing is that your feelings did not get the memo to stop growing. There is love here on your side. It may be buried, it may be complicated, but it is absolutely present. The cards are not showing a person who is indifferent. They are showing a person who is deeply invested. You have your guards up, you have your walls, and those walls make perfect sense given everything. Underneath the walls, there is warmth, there is remembering, there is a heart that still very much cares. The distance has given you space to think, but it has also given your feelings more room to breathe. Every time you think you have settled it inside yourself, something brings it back, and you feel it again. The cards are showing that you are at a crossroads emotionally, one that requires some real honesty. You are being asked by this energy to look at what you actually feel without all the filters. Not what you should feel, not what is logical to feel, but what is true when you go quiet inside. The truth the cards are seeing is that you have not let this person go completely, not fully, not really. There is still a thread between you, and you feel it too, even when you try to convince yourself otherwise. The cards want you to see yourself clearly here, not with judgment, but with honesty and compassion. You have been through something real with this person, and it left a mark, one that does not fade easily. Whether you acknowledge it openly or not, this connection has shaped how you move and how you feel. There is a tenderness in your energy when it comes to this person that you do not show to others. You carry this privately, quietly, carefully, and the cards are now bringing it gently into the light. The feelings are there, they are real, and this reading is going to honor them fully, not bypass them. The cards are showing a person who is more affected than they appear, more open than they will admit. There is hope sitting in your energy too, a quiet hope, one you have not let yourself lean into yet. The cards see it. That quiet hope has been sitting with you, even on the days you tried to push it away. What is coming next is going to go even deeper into what is really underneath all of this right now. Now let's move into the next layer. The cards are now moving into the mind and the motives of this person, and this is where it gets clear. Because this is not just about pain, there is a real reason behind the way this person has been moving. The first thing the cards are showing is that this person loves you deeply and always has sincerely. The love is not the issue here. The love has never been the issue. The love has always been there. What has been the issue is everything that lives alongside that love, the fear, the doubt, the walls. This person has feelings that are bigger than they know how to handle or put into words clearly. The love they carry for you is overwhelming to them, and overwhelming is not always comfortable to sit with. They did not pull away because they stopped caring, they pulled away because they cared far too much. The cards are showing a person who got scared of their own feelings, scared of how deep this actually goes. They are the kind of person who does not open up easily, who does not trust this depth with just anyone. The fact that they feel this way about you is significant because they do not feel this way often at all. The cards are showing that you hold a very specific and irreplaceable place in the life of this person. That is part of what makes this so painful for them, because losing this is not something they can replace. The cards are also showing a layer of regret sitting in their energy, a deep and quietly settled regret. They look back at certain choices, at moments where things could have gone differently, and they feel it. There is a weight that comes with knowing that fear played a role in how things between you unfolded. They do not talk about that weight with others. They keep it close, they process it entirely alone. The motivation behind their pain is also connected to a growing awareness of what they truly want. The distance has done one thing very clearly for them. It has stripped away every excuse they were holding. Every layer they hid behind, every reason they gave themselves, has slowly been removed over time. What is left underneath all of it is simple, it is clear, and it is completely undeniable to them. They want you, not a safer option, not a comfortable substitute, not a version of this. They want you. The cards are showing a person who has moved past confusion, past back and forth, past all the indecision. They know what they feel, they know what they are missing, and they know what they are missing lives. The pain they are in is now fueling something inside them, something that is quietly pushing forward. The motive has shifted from simply surviving this distance to actively wanting to end the distance. They are reaching a point where staying silent and staying still is becoming harder than speaking up. What is changing is that the love is growing louder than the fear, and that shift is very significant. The cards are showing a person who is done pretending that this is okay, done sitting in this quietly. There is a resolve building in their energy, quiet but present, firm but not yet fully expressed aloud. They have been in their head about this for a long time, running circles, weighing things, holding back. The cards are showing that the running in circles is starting to give way to something far more direct. They are tired of the distance, tired of the silence, tired of feeling this far from where they want to be. The love they have has not weakened with time. It has done the opposite. It has concentrated and sharpened. Every single day that passes makes the pull towards you stronger, makes the need to act feel more urgent. The cards are picking up on a person who is emotionally ready, even if they are still working up the nerve. The intention is there, the clarity is there, the love is absolutely there, and it is pushing everything forward. What the cards want you to understand is that their motives are pure. This is not a game, this is not ego. This is a person who is in real emotional pain and whose only real motivation is to get back to you. The cards are clear. The intention sitting underneath all of their pain is to find their way back to you. The cards are also showing that this person has been paying attention more than you may realize. They have not checked out, they have not gone numb, they are still very much present in this connection. Not a placeholder, not a comfort, but the specific and irreplaceable person they keep coming back to. It is a knowing, the kind that sits in the stomach, the kind that does not argue with logic or timing. They know at the deepest level that what they have with you is not something that should be left behind. That knowing is what is pushing them forward. That knowing is what is going to matter as we move ahead. Now let's move forward and see what is coming through. The cards are now showing what this person is about to do, and this is where things get very specific. The energy is shifting here, moving from feeling into action, and that transition is very significant. This person has been sitting inside the pain long enough, and the cards are showing a move coming. They have done the internal work, they have wrestled with the fear, and something is starting to break open. The first action the cards are pointing to is a decision forming around the silence between you two. They have been quiet for a while, and that quiet has been intentional, but it has also been exhausting. The cards are showing that the silence is about to crack because they can no longer justify holding it. Every day they stay quiet feels like one more day away from where they actually want to be in their life. The decision forming inside them is to reach out, to break the silence, to put something into motion. This is not impulsive. This is not a sudden reaction. This is a decision that has been building slowly. The cards are showing a person who is preparing themselves, gathering courage, moving into readiness. They are working up to a contact, a message, a moment where they finally say what has been sitting inside. The cards are not showing a massive dramatic gesture. They are showing something more honest and more direct. There is a vulnerability in what they are about to do, and the cards are showing that they know that reaching out means being seen, means being exposed, means risking a response they cannot control. They are choosing to do it anyway because staying where they are has become more painful than the risk. The cards are also showing a specific energy around how they plan to approach this, and it is with care. The cards are picking up that they want to be honest with you, more honest than they have been before. They are preparing to say things they have kept inside for a long time, things they never fully expressed. The version of them that is about to reach out is more open than the version you have seen in the past. The walls they kept up, the guards they relied on, are coming down in the message they are building. The cards are also showing a secondary action forming, which is a commitment to showing up differently. Not just reaching out and waiting, but being willing to follow through, to be present, to be consistent. What the cards are showing now is a person who has reached a point of being done with pulling back. The intention behind this reach includes a willingness to stay, to hold ground, to not disappear again. The cards are showing that what they are about to do is not a test run, it is a real and serious step. They are moving toward you with more clarity than they have had in this entire situation up until now. The cards are showing a turning point here, one where their actions finally start to match their feelings. What they are about to do is move toward you, and the cards are showing that move is already in motion. The cards are also picking up a quiet determination in their energy, the kind that does not waver easily. Once they commit to this, the cards are showing they are going to follow through. They are not backing down. There is a seriousness to their intention here, a groundedness that was not always present before now. They are approaching this differently, with more maturity, more honesty, more willingness to be vulnerable. The cards see a person who is done letting time pass on something that matters this deeply to them. Every moment of distance they have lived through has brought them to the place where they stand right now, and where they stand is facing in your direction with their heart finally louder than everything else. The cards are clear. The actions forming in their energy are pointed directly and intentionally toward you. They are not coming with half a heart, they are coming with everything they have been carrying inside. The cards are picking up a willingness in them to lay it all out, to finally stop editing themselves. The cards are showing that they understand this, they understand the weight of what they are about to do. This reach is not a casual one, it is not a check-in, it is a genuine and deliberate move towards you. They are also preparing themselves for the possibility that you may need time, that you may not respond right away. The cards are showing a patience forming alongside the courage, a willingness to give you space to receive this. They are not coming to pressure you. They are not coming to demand anything. They are coming to finally be honest. The cards want you to feel the sincerity in what is coming because it is real, it is earned, and it matters. Let's keep going and see what is here for you. The cards are now pulling up the hidden layer, the confessions, the desires, the things unsaid. This is the part of the reading where what lives underneath the surface finally comes forward. This person has things inside of them that they have not spoken to anyone, not even close to fully. The cards are showing a private inner world where their true feelings about you have been living quietly. The first confession the cards are bringing forward is that they miss you in a way that surprises them. Not just the relationship, not just the company, but you specifically, the way you see things, the way you are. They miss the version of themselves that they got to be when they were close to you, and that hits deeply. There is a part of them that felt more like themselves with you than they feel in most other spaces. That is not a small thing. The cards are showing that this is one of the deepest truths they carry. The second confession coming through is that they have thought about what they would say to you if given the chance. They have had full conversations with you in their mind, conversations you never heard, that they never sent. There are things they have said to you in private, in the quiet of their own thoughts, that were completely honest. Apologies they have given you silently. Love they have expressed in their own mind. Things they wish you knew. The cards are showing that the gap between what they feel and what they have said is very wide right now. They want to close that gap. They want the real version of what they feel to finally reach you somehow. The third thing coming through is a desire that runs very deep, the desire to start again with you, not to go back to exactly how things were, but to begin something new with all of this honesty underneath it. They imagine a version of this where they come to you differently, where they show up without the walls. The fantasy they carry is not dramatic, it is quiet, it is simple, it is just the two of you reconnecting. The cards are picking up a deep desire in them to be close to you again, in whatever form that takes, to have access to you, to hear your voice, to feel the ease that only existed with you specifically. There is a longing here for the ordinary things, the small moments, the comfort of just being near you. The hidden desire is not grand, it is intimate. It is the desire to be in your presence again and breathe. The next confession coming forward is that they are afraid you have moved on, and that fear is consuming. They wonder in the quiet moments whether you think of them the way they think of you, as often and as deeply. The uncertainty of not knowing is one of the heaviest things they carry alongside the love and the longing. They want to ask you, they want to know, they want some signal that this connection is still alive for you too. The cards are showing that underneath their pain, there is a deep and private hope that you feel it too. They hold on to that hope carefully because it is what keeps them going through the hardest moments. There is also a confession around regret, specifically about how they handled things between you. They wish they had been braver earlier, wish they had led with love instead of leading with protection. If they could go back, the cards are showing they would do things differently, they would open sooner. They would have told you how they felt before the distance grew, before silence became the default. That regret lives in them, and it is honest, and it is part of why what they are building toward matters so much. They do not want to repeat that pattern. They do not want fear to be the thing that writes this story. The deepest desire the cards are showing is a simple one. They want you to know how loved you are by them. Not in a passing way, not in a complicated way, but in the fullest and most honest way they can offer. They want you to feel the weight of what they feel, the realness of it, the permanence of it inside them. That is the confession underneath all the confessions. I love you. I have always loved you. I still do. The cards are showing that everything they have been holding comes down to that one simple, honest truth. The love has always been the foundation, and every hidden thing sitting on top of it points back there. What they want most, what they desire, is for you to receive that love and to let it mean something. The cards are also showing a hidden desire to be chosen, to be the one that is picked without hesitation. They want you to want this, not out of obligation, not out of habit, but because you genuinely choose them. The vulnerability inside that desire is enormous, and the cards are honoring how deeply it lives in them. There is also something tender in their energy, a wish that you knew how warmly they think of you. Let's keep moving and see what else is here. The cards are now moving into the near future and into the advice coming through for you right now. This final layer is going to bring everything together and give you a clear picture of what is ahead. The near future energy is one of movement, of something that has been still finally starting to shift. The stagnant feeling that has been sitting in this connection is beginning to break up, and that is real. The cards are showing a contact coming, a reach, a moment where this person makes a move towards you. It is not far off. The energy around it feels close. Feels like something that is already in motion. The silence that has defined this period is nearing its end, and the cards are very clear on that. Something is going to come through, a message, a call, a moment of unexpected connection between you two. The cards are showing that when it comes, it is going to feel different from what you have experienced before. There is going to be a rawness to it, an honesty, something that finally reflects what has been underneath. This person is not coming to you with games, they are coming with their actual heart, finally unguarded. The cards are advising you to be open when that moment comes, to receive it without shutting it out. Your instinct may be to protect yourself, to hesitate, to let the guard come up before you fully listen. The advice is to pause that instinct just long enough to let what they are saying actually reach you. You do not have to have all the answers in that moment. You do not have to know exactly what you want. What the cards are asking of you is simply to be present, to be open, to let the truth be heard. There is wisdom in the pause, in not reacting from the wound, in giving the moment space to breathe. The cards are also advising you to trust what you feel, rather than only what your logic is telling you. Your heart has been speaking throughout this entire situation, and it has been speaking a specific language. That language has been saying that this connection matters, that this is not something to dismiss easily. The advice is to honor that, to give it the weight it deserves, to stop arguing with what you already know. The near future is also showing a conversation, a real and meaningful one, that opens up between you two. One where things that have been buried finally surface, where the honest version of both of you shows up. That conversation is going to shift the energy between you in a way that no amount of distance could. The cards are showing that the truth, when it is finally spoken between you, has a way of clearing everything. All the confusion, all the unspoken tension, all the wondering, it begins to settle when the truth comes out. There is a healing energy in the near future here, a softening, a return to something that feels like relief. The cards are showing that the period of pain and distance is not the final chapter of this connection. What is coming feels like a beginning, not a revisit, a genuine new start built on everything learned. This person is going to come to you differently, and the cards are showing you will feel that difference. It will not feel like before, it will feel more grounded, more honest, more like something that can hold. The advice for you moving forward is to release the need to control how this unfolds from your side. You have been holding a lot, managing a lot, thinking a lot, and the cards are saying it is okay to soften. Let the process move. Let the energy do what it is doing. Trust that what is meant to reach you will reach you. The cards are also saying that your worth in this situation is not up for negotiation or debate. You deserve to be pursued with intention, with honesty, with a love that does not make you question yourself. What is coming from what the cards are showing aligns with that. It aligns with what you truly deserve. The closing energy here is one of hope, genuine and grounded hope, not wishful thinking, but real possibility. This connection is alive, it is real, and the cards are showing it is moving towards something meaningful. The pain that has been present has served its purpose. It has brought both of you to a place of clarity. That clarity is the foundation of what comes next, and what comes next looks like closeness and truth. Take care of yourself through this. Stay grounded in who you are and trust what the cards have shown you. The love in this connection is real. It has always been real, and it is not finished, not by a long way. The cards are leaving you with one final message, and it is this: do not give up on what you feel. What you have been carrying through this distance is not a burden. It is evidence of something real, and real things, when tended to with honesty and courage, have a way of finding their way back home. The cards are now moving into the near future and into the advice coming through for you right now. This final layer is going to bring everything together and give you a clear picture of what is ahead. The near future energy is one of movement, of something that has been still finally starting to shift. The stagnant feeling that has been sitting in this connection is beginning to break up, and that is real. The cards are showing a contact coming, a reach, a moment where this person makes a move towards you. It is not far off. The energy around it feels close. Feels like something that is already in motion. The silence that has defined this period is nearing its end, and the cards are very clear on that. Something is going to come through, a message, a call, a moment of unexpected connection between you two. The cards are showing that when it comes, it is going to feel different from what you have experienced before. There is going to be a rawness to it, an honesty, something that finally reflects what has been underneath. This person is not coming to you with games, they are coming with their actual heart, finally unguarded. The cards are advising you to be open when that moment comes, to receive it without shutting it out. Your instinct may be to protect yourself, to hesitate, to let the guard come up before you fully listen. The advice is to pause that instinct just long enough to let what they are saying actually reach you. You do not have to have all the answers in that moment. You do not have to know exactly what you want. What the cards are asking of you is simply to be present, to be open, to let the truth be heard. There is wisdom in the pause, in not reacting from the wound, in giving the moment space to breathe. The cards are also advising you to trust what you feel, rather than only what your logic is telling you. Your heart has been speaking throughout this entire situation, and it has been speaking a specific language. That language has been saying that this connection matters, that this is not something to dismiss easily. The advice is to honor that, to give it the weight it deserves, to stop arguing with what you already know. The near future is also showing a conversation, a real and meaningful one, that opens up between you two. One where things that have been buried finally surface, where the honest version of both of you shows up. That conversation is going to shift the energy between you in a way that no amount of distance could. The cards are showing that the truth, when it is finally spoken between you, has a way of clearing everything. All the confusion, all the unspoken tension, all the wondering, it begins to settle when the truth comes out. There is a healing energy in the near future here, a softening, a return to something that feels like relief. The cards are showing that the period of pain and distance is not the final chapter of this connection. What is coming feels like a beginning, not a revisit, a genuine new start built on everything learned. This person is going to come to you differently, and the cards are showing you will feel that difference. It will not feel like before, it will feel more grounded, more honest, more like something that can hold. The advice for you moving forward is to release the need to control how this unfolds from your side. You have been holding a lot, managing a lot, thinking a lot.